And we are The Other People Show, Season 3, Episode 7. I'm Adam.
I'm Jake.
And we have a good show planned for you. We had a good show yesterday. You can check out The Other People Show on YouTube. And at the moment, SoundCloud, but it may be off soon. And we may transition over to Spotify if we can figure out how to do that for free. So before the show, Jake and I were talking about, you were talking about losing some weight and what you never really craved gourmet food, but you used to crave Taco Bell and things like this.
Yeah, food has always been my Achilles heel, I guess, because I just love food. Like growing up, my mom just like cooked meals for us. She was like the queen of 20-minute meals. She could just like throw stuff together. But we never went out to eat. Never went out to eat. We went like every other Friday we would go to this like buffet place, and I would get, well, it wasn't buffet, but they had a buffet, and I would get like chicken strips.
Yeah.
And that would be like the biggest. And I remember the biggest thing we ever did was once every probably like 2 months, we would go to Burger King at this like 20 miles away, and it had mirrors on the ceiling. So we'd sit there and eat our burgers while we were looking up at the ceiling. But that was like the coolest thing in the world for us. So then when I got older, and then I started making money. Like I was like, I don't want to cook. I don't want like homemade meals. I just want like crap fast food stuff. So I would just pound. I never really ate too much McDonald's just because I loved the chicken nuggets. So I kind of, did pound those. But like Taco Bell,
I used to
Wendy's.
eat the chicken nuggets quite a bit too. Yeah, but I haven't eaten those probably. Good. I bet I haven't eaten a chicken McNugget in at least 6 or 7 years.
Wow, you're missing out. So good. But I mean, I haven't had them as much lately. I think the last one I had was we were looking for some land back in the fall, and we were driving around. But anyway, so I like pounded some fast food because I was just like, it was just a luxury. Fast food is a luxury to me. And then like I just started like throwing on the pounds, and I was.
See, it's funny. There was one of my good friends. I won't give the name, but they were talking about like in the past they were pretty thin, and then they just started eating McDonald's almost every day. They ate two. What's the famous meal? The famous burger that they had? Yeah.
Oh my. 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't guess 2 every day, but she said, I mean, maybe one in the morning, or not morning, but one at lunch, one at dinner.
Yeah.
And, they put on a lot of weight. And then, when they wanted to bring the weight off, they were like, I was like, what did you do? They said, the first and foremost, cut out McDonald's.
So my biggest thing was, and this started back when I was in Kentucky, which would have been like the mid 2000s, I was like, all right, I'm just going to start eating sandwiches because that's good for you, right? So I would go to Subway every single day. I would get Subway every day. And then for luxury.
The Jared diet.
Yeah, exactly. And then if it was like a big day, I would go get pizza. So I would do that all the time. That's all I would eat. But then I didn't realize, so then a few years ago, then I was like, all right, I've got to figure out, like, I've got to start losing some weight because I like to work out. I like to run. I like to do stuff. Right. But I was like, something's got to happen. So then I was like, well, I'm just going to switch to pasta. So I just started eating pasta all the time because I just didn't know. So I was eating pasta and bread.
Pasta's easy to eat because it's so delicious.
It's easy to make.
I could eat it almost every day. I could.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. But see, I didn't realize. I always thought that like fat and calories were the thing that were going to kill you. And I mean, there's a lot of bad things that come with that.
Right.
But I didn't realize that it was like the sugars. The sugars were so bad. I didn't realize how much sugar was in it. So a few years ago, I just started chopping out the sugars. I don't get rid of them. Like, I know people like crazy. They're like, oh, I can't eat any bread, or I'll just like scrape the toppings off pizza. Like, I know a lot of people do that. But I was like, all right, if I'm going to eat pizza, I'm going to eat good pizza. If I'm going to eat pasta, I'm going to eat good pasta. And if I can't afford it, then I'm not going to eat it. And I'm going to eat like good stuff. So I just started changing all that stuff up. And then I hit 50 pounds this week.
I saw your photo, your before and after.
It took me about 3 years, But again, it was very incremental. I was like, okay, I don't know what to do next, so let me try something new with my diet. But it's crazy because the first time I lost 50 pounds was in high school, and that was because I just didn't eat much. Like I
Yeah.
just wasn't eating much, and I was just
Yeah.
like playing tennis all the time. But this time around, I just changed, like completely changed my diet. And most people, like this quarantine has, like for most people it's been so difficult because they're like gaining pounds, and all I've done since we started this is lose weight
Really.
because I'm just eating very like it. Now we have to go to Whole Foods, so things are a little bit more expensive than they were
But it's
before.
worth it.
But we're very strategic about what we're getting, and
Yeah.
so it's like every single thing that I eat is very calculated at this point.
Right.
But
Now,
but then but then once a week I get a Chicago style pizza. Not once a week, but once every couple of weeks I get a Chicago style pizza, which is like that much crust and that much toppings. So I
so
still eat pizza, but
it's
when I
deep
eat
dish,
it,
isn't it? Deep dish.
oh yeah, I didn't even know that like what a deep dish was until I went to this one place here and got it,
Yeah.
and it's just like a pie of pizza. Oh my gosh, it's a game changer. Such a game changer.
I don't think I've ever had it then.
Oh,
I don't think so.
so good.